20, and root 80 squared is 80. Okay, so since c squared is equal to b squared, or sorry, a squared plus b squared, we know this must be a right angle triangle. Any questions there? It's disappointing that we got this far, right? And then only one person knew what to do with that. You really have to know like why you are doing things. That's why I'm trying to teach sort of not just the front end, but the back end, like the reasoning of why we're doing this stuff. Because you could be great at math, but if you don't know when to use it, then it's not going to have any value for you. Got to always sort of be thinking about, why am I doing this? What is the purpose of these formulas? All right, last example. Median to a hypotenuse. It says, show that the median from the right angle of the triangle in example 1 is half as long as the hypotenuse. Oh, we got to start all the way back with our same triangle. So A is 5, 5. B is -3, -1. And C is 1, -3. Okay, it says show that the median from the right angle of the triangle. Median from the right angle of the triangle is half as long as the hypotenuse. Median from the right angle. So, we have to remember, what is a median? Josiah.
It's like not midpoint, but the sum of the coordinates.
The sum? Say it again?
Not that.
No, it's not the sum of anything. Median. It has something to do with the midpoint. You don't remember? This is all. You don't remember, Max, what a median is?
Like,
It's tough to teach you guys 2.4 if you don't remember 2.1.
like a vertices, like middle.
Yeah, you got it. Say it again louder.
You go from like a vertice to like in between 2 points.
Yes, the vertice to the opposing midpoint. That's what it's called. Okay? So in this case, it tells us the median from the right angle. So we know it's from C, because we know this was our right angle. So we want to go from here to here. Ish. Right? I'm eyeballing that. Right? This is the median. We call it M for the middle or midpoint of AB. Okay? And that's our median from C to the opposing side midpoint. Okay? And we want to say, it says show that the median, so this median here, is half as long as the hypotenuse. So we want to know the length of this is half as long as the length of this. Now do we have the length of this?
Yeah.
Do we have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured that out already, right? We know that that is C over here. C, which we calculated to be 10. Not 100, but 10, right? C squared is 100, but C is 10. So we want to know that this line is what? Say again? Yeah, 5. We want to know this line is 5. That's what we're trying to figure out. So So how can we get the length of this line? You can tell me. It's always the same guys. Stefan, this is all review, man. You got to pay attention, Stefan. How do we get the length of this line? We need two things to get a length of a line. Josiah's going to tell us for the fourth time today. What are the two things we need to get the length of a line? Endpoints. Okay? Do we have this endpoint, Stefan?
Yeah.
Okay, do we have this endpoint? No. How do we get the endpoint of this? Now, it's not as hard as the cabin question. It's easier. Andrew.
You just gotta find the midpoint between A and B.
Yes, very good. And you remember, Andrew, you're going to help us with that formula for the midpoint?
I think it's x2 plus x1 divided by 2.
Yeah, I'll do x1 plus x2. It doesn't matter, but yeah. Yep.
Plus y2 divided by 2.
Okay, good. And these are our points here and here. So x1 is going to be -3 plus x2 is 5 divided by 2. And then y1 is -1 plus 5 divided by 2. Okay, so we're going to get 2 over 2 and 4 over 2. So our midpoint is going to be 1, 2. That's our midpoint. So we have our midpoint now. 1, 2. We can verify on the graph. Looks good. 1, 2. Yep, we're pretty close. Looks good. So we have that point and we have that point. Now we can get the length of the median CM. And let's call this D. Little d. Also short form for distance. From this point to this point. Okay, so what is the formula for the distance of a line?
X2 minus x1.
Yeah, say it again louder.
X2 minus x1.
Yeah.
Y2 minus squared.
Yep.
Y2 minus 1.
What do I do here?
Oh, go back. Plus.
Plus, thanks. Excellent job, Max. Someone who wasn't here yesterday. Okay, so now my 2 points are, let's see, they're both the same for x, so which one could we put first to Max's point? Doesn't really matter, right? So let's say 1, -3, and 1, 2. Those are my 2 points. So x2 is 1 minus 1 squared plus y2 is going to be 2 minus, hold on, I messed that up, 2 minus 3, no, my bad, I copied this wrong here, right? No, my bad, I was looking at this point. I should be looking at this point up here. So it's 2 minus 3 squared, right? I think that's right. So we get 0 squared plus 2 plus 3 is 5 squared. So we get square root of 25, which is 5. Thanks. So that's looking pretty good. I think I remember hearing 5 from somebody. Okay.
Check on the graph and say.
Yeah, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can just count it. You're right. Okay, so therefore, since the median is 5 and the hypotenuse is 10, it is half as long. Sometimes it feels almost comical stating the answer, does it not? because it's so silly. You just solved it. But that's still a mark for writing that. So don't not write it in a word problem. Okay? Yep.
Okay, well, we get marks off because, like, for this, so, you know, it's x1, x2, and then that, like, you know how we write out, like, where D is, you write out that first thing, and then you write what it's.
No. If you do the math right, I don't care if you write this or not.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing this to reinforce it into your brain. And it will help you from making mistakes. Believe me. Because it helps me. Like, I mess it up. I almost messed it up even when I had it. I had the wrong point here, but I think it just, I know it takes a while, but it's almost better to just write it out just because you're, like, not, I don't know, it just keeps it organized, at least for me. Okay, here is your homework. The bottom of this page. That's 2.4. Tomorrow you have your quiz. It's on 2.1 to up to 2.3. So you won't see any point to distance of a line, but you will see midpoint formula. You will see everything you learned in 2.1, the median, 2.2, 2.3, length of a line, midpoint formula, median, and right bisector. Any questions there?
Is that the quiz, or?